Mika Murinen. Can this guy land at Kentucky? What has he been saying about the Wildcats? Let's look at this question, but first subscribe to the channel to receive more news from the blue team. The Kentucky Wildcats are continuing their recruiting movement, and one of the names that is starting to gain strength on Coach Mark Pope's radar is that of Finnish Mika Murinen. The five-star power forward, currently playing for Arizona Compass Prep, is rising in the rankings and has already established himself as one of the great talents of the 2026 class. And more than that, he has his eye on Kentucky. The young prospect recently spoke with Jamie Shaw from On3 and made a statement that at the very least should spark optimism among Wildcats fans. I see how they let their big guys play. They're one of the schools I'm looking at right now. And Coach Mark Pope, I like him. He's a big guy, a funny guy with a lot of energy, and I like that. I'm excited to take a visit there, Murinen said. That's a statement that can't be ignored. In the recruiting world, every detail counts, and the way a player talks about a program can tell you a lot about his true interest. Murinen not only praised Kentucky's style of play for players at his position, but he also showed great appreciation for Mark Pope. In a scenario where the relationship between coach and player is key in a recruit's decision, that could be the key to the Wildcats staying in the running for a top-tier talent. Of course, the competition will be fierce. Duke, North Carolina, Alabama, Arkansas, and Michigan are already in the running and will certainly fight to the end to secure the Finns' commitment. But Kentucky has the weapons to do so. Pope and his staff have been building solid relationships with several athletes in the 2026 class, and the coach's philosophy could be a key differentiator. He has shown himself to be a dynamic coach with energy and a modern vision of the game, something that could attract athletes looking for development and a system that values their characteristics. Another interesting aspect of this equation is the Wildcats' recruiting situation. With Caleb Wilson off the board for Kentucky, Murinen becomes even more valuable to the roster's composition in the future. His plan, at least for now, is to remain in the 2026 class, dispelling speculation about a possible reclassification. This means that Pope and his staff have time to work on this recruitment and try to convince the Finn that Lexington is the best destination for him. The battle for Murinen is still in its early stages, but the players' statements put Kentucky in a prominent position. Now, the question is, can the Wildcats build a solid path to bring him to campus? With Pope at the helm and an increasingly attractive sports project, the chances are there. The only certainty for now is that this story will still yield many chapters. Now I want to see what you have to say. Comment